huge opportunity in that TXA tournament to come as we reach main event time here at Super TCSA. The Texas Contenders Series Championship on the line. And there you see the man challenging Jay Davis with the very pin in his hand in which he used to stab the eyeball of the Rottweiler just a few weeks ago back at TCS 48.
Jay Davis still wearing that eye patch.
We've seen a whole nother Teflon here recently, which I've called into question before. Has this always been underneath there?
Well, if it wasn't for Jay Davis, look at all those spears that Teflon John had to eat over the last few months. And, you know, according to Jay Davis, it was an accident. Those are just errant spears, as if he wasn't targeting Teflon John to begin with.
Well, if you go back and watch it, obviously there's another target in mind for Jay Davis, who moved at the last second. Unfortunately, Teflon right there in the crosshairs. Taking out his frustration after being speared. There you see that eye patch on the champion.
Rottweiler Jay Davis could not appear at Sirius this past weekend. Not only was he fighting that damaged eye, he was also fighting pneumonia.
That's not medically cleared to compete at Sirius.
He can fight one doctor's note, but not two. But now, the Rottweiler is back, and he is ready to defend his championship against the man who put that eye patch on him in the first place.
Jay Davis has been waiting to get his hands on Teflon John ever since being attacked. And we've seen a vicious side of the Rottweiler. We know the dog that is inside that man, the TCS champion.
Well, we've seen him go to wars with the 8th Day. We've seen him go to war with Killa Cash in this very building. There is nothing that the Rottweiler is afraid of. And quite frankly, I don't know if there's anything that can keep the Rottweiler down.
And it's for the Texas Contenders Series Championship! Now introducing first, the challenger, coming down the hills of San Antonio. He is the pen, he is the mirror, he is the revelator, Teflon John! Now his opponent, from Montgomery, Texas, he is the baddest son of a bitch walking the state, the Rottweiler, and the Texas Contender Series champion, Jay Davis!
Jay Davis has been able to plow through everyone who has gotten in his way. He was the one man that was able to take that championship away from Father O'Day, take it away from his iron grip. And now, putting it on the line here against Teflon John. Here to close out Super Texas Contender Series 8. It's main event time, Trent. Let's get it on.
And there's the bell. We most certainly will.
We are about to see a fight.
Well, it looks like Teflon just still sitting in the corner. Well, Jay Davis ready to fight, as we very well know, like a rabid Rottweiler on a chain, and now the chain being let loose The leash coming off of the Rottweiler here.
Teflon John taking his sweet time. Now, this is all part of the mind games that Teflon John uses.
That's exactly right. That was something I was going to bring up. We've seen Teflon before. Like, he's a very meticulous competitor. He's very well thought. He thinks out. He'll plan way far in advance, studies his opponents, knows exactly what he's going to do, has a plan A, B, C, all the way down the list. There's not something that he isn't prepared for when he steps foot in the ring. As Jay Davis now rolling around, trying to take advantage of the challenger. Right there, Teflon showing some mat technician ability as well.
You know, I gotta say, polar opposite of Jay Davis. Jay Davis, he comes in hot. He's always ready to go. It's high octane with him 24/7 all the time. He can't control that. Teflon John absolutely can. I wonder if we're gonna see any sort of a styles clash.
Well, right now, Teflon keeping the Rottweiler grounded, holding on that arm.
Or not so much of a styles clash, but more of a cover, more of a way to approach a matchup. John and Jay going at it on the mat early.
Now,
Of course, we know so much about Jay Davis's amateur background. We know how Jay could get it done.
yeah, Teflon no slouch inside the ring as well. Longtime veteran inside the ring. He knows a thing or two about some mat technician holds.
You know, two big guys, two big sluggers, two big heavy hitters. But they're taking the time with each other early on in this contest here. Jay Davis also no depth perception.
Yeah, it's going to be a struggle for Jay Davis with one eye, but don't let him fool you. He would tell you that he's 100% in this matchup. And once again, Teflon trying to wear down the Rottweiler. Referee checking in, see if Jay Davis is ready to give up. We knew the answer to that already, as we've seen the battles that Jay Davis has endured for that TCS championship. Could only imagine what he would go through to keep it, as nobody budging on that shoulder tackle, and that one right there sends Teflon down to the ground. And Jay Davis now going after the challenger, throwing some shots.
It was just a matter of time, Trent, before we see the Rottweiler unleash, and we're seeing that right now. Knees to the gut, and another one. And Jay Davis is hot. He's hot at Teflon John. He took his eyesight. He's trying to take his championship.
Every shot, that knee right there could have broken a rib, as John was retreating to the outside. Seeing the strength that the Rottweiler possesses, and now as the two begin, or should I say continue to fight on the outside, Rottweiler in control right now with a back break.
It's no more playing around for Jay Davis. It looks like he's taking a bite out of him.
Showing the dog in him, showing why he wants that 90-day title reign of the TCS Championship to continue on after tonight.
Texas Contender Series Championship propelled so many careers. We've seen it even here tonight as two former Texas Contender Series champions went at it, and Sean Hendricks and Father O'Day. You know, that championship, Matt, that championship belt, that can make people do the craziest things.
And we have seen that in all aspects. I mean, we talk about it with Sean O'Day. We've seen it with Nick and Kenny. Now we're seeing it right now with Jay Davis. What lengths will he go to prove to the world that he is the baddest man in Texas?
And I think we know the lengths that Teflon John would go to. And, you know, just take a look at Jay Davis's face. Take a look at his eye. Stab the man, he can't see. Like I said, no depth perception, but he can perceive that. He can perceive 2 hands around the throat of Teflon John as the referee gets in there.
You don't need two eyes to do that.
John taking a shot at the face of Jay Davis, that wounded face.
Oh, there's that rear waist lock German suplex by the Rottweiler. There's another.
Suplex Germania! And a third. Jay thinking 4, he is!
Well, it looks like Jay Davis looking to send John on an extended trip.
On the Autobahn! Jay does not want to let go of this rear waist lock.
John
Clubbing.
doing exactly what he needs to, trying to hold onto the ropes for safety. Unfortunately, those clubbing blows broke it, and only a 2 count right there. If you're counting at home, 6 consecutive German suplexes by the champion, Jay Davis.
And that's got to take a lot out of both John and Jay. That's a lot of man to throw around like that 6 times over the top of your head.
And landing on the back of your head and shoulders 6 times consecutively, take that energy store. And right there, John pulling the champion in the middle turnbuckle. A lot of steam. Jay Davis getting hip checked in the corner, right into that back.
Cover. Jay Davis able to kick out at 1.
Only a 1 count.
Still so much fight left in that dog, Trent.
Well, that lower back can't sustain a whole lot more punishment like that.
And it's scary to think the lengths that Teflon John will go to. He feels slighted. He feels wronged by Jay Davis. Teflon John, mind you, was one of the winners. Cover. Teflon John was one of the winners in the Super Texas Contender Series 7 Turbo Rumble. He was not able to compete in that 4-way to become #1 contender for the Texas Contender Series Championship. And quite frankly, I think it was that really crossed the line with Teflon John and Jay Davis. That's what made Jay Davis crack. Teflon John was out of action for quite some time after taking multiple Aaron Spears from Jay Davis. Teflon John does not forget that. And now, Jay Davis, the Rottweiler, who has the TCS Championship, is getting his comeuppance.
You see the champion lying prone on the floor as the challenger now going for a steel chair. Now setting, there's a toolbox under the ring. Those are the tools that we use to set the ring up here in Houston Premier Arena. Fasten every bolt and cable. And the referee taking the chair away from John.
Oh, no!
And the tool that John had in his hand out of the toolbox.
A screwdriver.
Right into the face of the champion. The referee didn't see it as he was putting the chair away. And John stabbing the champion in the face with a screwdriver.
Certainly going after that injured eye is Teflon John, and now John, he sees blood in the water. Oh, man!
A huge knee from John now sends Davis down, legs hooked. Only a 2 as the champion still fighting through, kicking out at 2.
So much fight left in that dog, but man, you take a screwdriver to a wounded eye. Have you ever hurt your eye, Trent?
It's a
you
very,
ever had
very
eye damage? It's awful.
Very, very sensitive area. It doesn't take a whole lot whatsoever to damage the eye of a human being.
And that messes up your other eye too. You start seeing spots, you get blurry.
Oh, Jay Davis threw that foot in the top turnbuckle rope and it kicked back. And hopped up is the champion now. Right back, chops to the challenger. And now Jay Davis going to meet John. Here looking for some high impact damage to inflict. It was a chop to the throat right there from John. And a huge, huge kick off the ropes. Sends a champion down, hooking the leg. Only 2 though. It's John. And I see some fans here. Supporters of Jay Davis wearing the Rottweiler t-shirts with their hands on top of their head, A lot of concern for their champion here tonight as Teflon John stomping away on the arm. And now an arm breaker as Jay Davis holding tight, trying to not let John get the full leverage in there. As John's likely, I mean, we've seen what he's done with the eye. He would likely tear the shoulder right off the socket.
I talked to Jay Davis a little bit earlier on. He said he was ready for a fight. He said he was ready for anything. He said he's been to wars. It's nothing new for him. He just wants to get retribution for what Teflon John did to his eye.
Oh, Teflon now with a triangle choke, trying to choke out the Rottweiler. Referee at 2. Oh, Jay Davis still holding on there as we narrowly came around. The shoulders are down though, as John, aware of it, getting the shoulder up off the mat. Referee right on top of it. Oh, there's the power of Jay Davis lifting up John to sit down. Power bomb breaks the hold out of that triangle choke.
But Jay Davis can't capitalize.
All the choke and the oxygen leaving the body of the champion, but just enough to put John down in a power bomb. But you see the damage has been done to both men now. John crawling over. Oh, those feet right there at John, that's a dangerous spot for the champion to be in, as well as we've seen Teflon utilize a toe hold maneuver as well. But there's a lot of things in Teflon's arsenal, but there's more in Jay Davis as well, shoving him off the ropes. John going for the killjoy clothesline, missed. Big suplex sends John over.
And that was a slight error on Teflon John's part. Jay Davis able to capitalize, and now the straps are coming down. Line from the champion, and another.
Missed right there by John. There's another German suplex to John, and Jay Davis holding on once more. Looking to send John on another multi-flight trip to Suplex City, as now the count is up to 8.
Oh, big back elbow from Teflon John. Didn't want to take another trip. Oh, there we go.
An F5 from Davis sends John down, and just like that again, Davis is down. Rolling over those. Oh, shoulders up by John as the champion just barely able to roll over, but not put the full weight of his body across his opponent. And that was enough to allow John just to simply lift his shoulder up as this match continues on.
And you know, that was an unforced error on Jay Davis's part. Only able to get that one limp arm over the chest of Teflon John to make that cover. Wasn't quite enough. Here he goes.
Oh, leapfrog by John. Missed on that spear, roll up, stacking it up there. Oh, and there's a choke. The Rottweiler looking to choke Teflon out right here. Teflon not exactly close to the ropes at all. He's got nowhere to go.
Teflon can't move.
This crowd wanting Teflon to tap. And a rake of the one good eye that Jay Davis had allowed the choke to be broken off the ropes. The killjoy clothesline by John. There's a pin. We can have a new champion now. No, only 2 as Jay Davis kicks out.
Teflon John can't believe it. Jay Davis kicking out of that killjoy clothesline. What's it gonna take?
Oh, John spoke to me earlier about his testimony. He said something about his testimony here in this matchup tonight, that he was going to share his testimony with Jay Davis. I don't know exactly what that possibly meant. But now trying to put Jay Davis up on his shoulders, and a super kick. No, he got caught. The ankle lock by the Rottweiler.
This is spelled disaster for so many here at Texas Contender Series. Another notch on the belt for the Rottweiler.
Oh, John right there sliding through, and now a crossface onto the Rottweiler. What a counter reversal by the challenger. Now the champion down in the center of the ring, and a crossface has nowhere to go.
In a bad position for Jay Davis to be in. Jay able to get that arm away, and now reversing it back into an ankle lock.
How did Jay Davis manage to do that? What a counter by the champion. John trying to do everything he can to crawl over to break the hold.
He's close, he's close.
Oh, he almost tapped out right there. He held on as the now reaching for the bottom rope breaks the hold. Oh, kicked the eye of Jay Davis. Sends Davis onto the middle ropes. A spear! Spear by Davis!
That's gotta be it, that's gotta be it.
Here's a pin, this match is over. Oh, John, with the ring awareness to drape the foot across the bottom rope.
Teflon John has eaten that spear before. He knows what it feels like. He was able to get himself in the right position to be able to put his foot on that rope.
Oh, Jay Davis now seeing the screwdriver that John used earlier on himself, now has it in hand. Jay Davis with evil intentions in his mind, you have to believe right now. This is not a no disqualification match. As now, John realizes what's in front of him.
The hell with disqualification!
No, John is asking for it.
Is he gonna get his
fight
revenge?
back. The referee stopping Jay Davis from using the screwdriver. The referee's back turn, there's a low blow. Oh, now Teflon sending Jay up on his shoulders. Has Davis up, wait a second. Oh my
God!
That's the testimony. The testimony he said he was gonna share with Davis, and that's it. We got a new champion.
Here is your winner and the new Texas Contender Series champion, Teflon John.
Teflon John has defeated Jay Davis to become the new Texas Contender Series champion. My God!
The fans can't believe it. Trent, I know you can't believe it. I can't believe it either.
Fans are stunned. That guy is stunned right there. He cannot believe what we just saw, and neither can I. We got a new champion here in Texas Contender Series. I'm at a loss for words. I can't believe what we just saw.
This is definitely one of the most shocking moments that we've ever had in this building.
Teflon John is in shock and despair into the fans here in Premier Arena. As now the Revelator is the new champion, and he's showing it off to all the fans here of Jay Davis. My God. Fans, thank you for watching Super Texas Contender Series 8 here on IWTV. We will see you back in Austin for TXA on April the 6th. We say good night from Houston Premier Arena.